off both
We're
and mute.
now going live. Yes, this is being live streamed. Welcome. I'm Paul Sugarman of the Instant Shakespeare Company, and today we are hosting the Shaw Project with their thing. So over to you, David Cedar of the Shaw Project.
Thank you. I'm the artistic director of the Shaw Project. We are actually today, it's delayed because of course during the holidays everyone is busy. This is in the nature of a holiday celebration, and we're going to do two one-act plays. Well, one of them is sort of it's basically one act. And one of them is by John Oxenford, English playwright of the 19th century. And the second one will be by W.S. Gilbert of Gilbert and Sullivan. The Oxenford piece, I chose it because it's got a very interesting connection. It turns out to be the piece. It was adopted in German as a night out. And the moment the author of that slips my mind, but that piece was the inspiration for Thornton Wilder's well-known play, The Matchmaker. So this play that we're going to do right now is actually the germinal spark that led to The Matchmaker. A Day Well Spent by John Oxenford. It takes place in quite a number of places. I will announce each scene because it jumps around all over the place in London. And I would like everyone to please introduce themselves, just so we know who you are and what role or roles you're playing. I'll start with myself. I'm doing Prig, the crook, and a few other things, a couple of waiters and a coachman. Clint?
Hello, I'm Clinton Powell. I'm reading Mr. Cutaway, and in the second piece, Jacques and the second villager.
Well, we'll announce the.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about the second piece right now. Jane.
Hi, I'm Jane Hamilton, and I'm playing Mrs. Stitchley and Bridget.
Paula.
I'm Paula Hosa, playing Miss Brown and First Villager.
Don't worry about creatures right now. Deborah?
Hi, I'm Deborah Whitfield. I'm playing Mrs. Chargeley.
Angus?
Hi, Angus Hepburn from London, reading Mr. Cotton.
Drew?
Drew Bollander from San Francisco, reading Bolt.
Leah?
Hi, I'm Leah Schwartz, and I'm reading Miss Harriet Cotton and Boy.
Ben, are you there?
I'm supposed to be Sam Newgate, but I see David Palmer Brown is playing Sam Newgate, so I'll turn it to David Brown.
No. David is standing by for you in case you had to go sing a king.
Oh, okay. Then I'm playing Sam Newgate.
And Clara.
Hello, I'm Clara Montgomery, and I am going to be reading Mizzle.
I should also add that Mizzle is a boy's part, and very often in that period of theater, young boys were read by women. So I decided to do that this time around. Okay, here we go. A Day Well Spent. Scene 1. A room in Cotton's house.
Provoking! To leave my shop all day for the sake of calling on this old Welthington, that I should be required to call on him. Not but he is a rich relation, and I have great expectations from him. And my foreman, Bolt, and apprentice Mizzle, are quite fit persons with whom to entrust my shop. I gat to make all the naughty apprentices look on those two young men would be as good a lesson as going to see George Barnwell on a boxing night.
Hello? No one in the shop? She's not here. Have you anything to sell, old gentleman?
Of course I have. What do you think I keep a shop for?
Right. To be sure, what the devil else should you keep a shop for?
Puppy.
But, old gentleman, a young lady used to serve in that shop. She is not ill, I hope.
Oh, no, sir. On the contrary, my daughter is quite well. Can I do anything for you in the way of business?
Oh, this must be the old father she talks about. You are the commander-in-chief of the concern, eh?
Probably I am, Mr. Cutaway.
Oh, Cutaway, you know me then. Oh, what a thing it is to be famous. Know me, and yet you were never introduced to me, to my knowledge.
Oh, dear, no. I used to see you through the glass door of my parlor, and I intercepted certain letters to my daughter. I saw your name and I inquired into your connection. I saw no reason why I should not cut the connection.
Very cutting indeed. He's a sharp blade. Droll, funny.
Happy to find I can please you, sir. I thus return good for evil, since you by no means please me.
Is there any way to please you?
Oh, certainly. The way to please me lies through yonder door. You can't think how prettily that door is painted on the outside. As for my daughter, sir, I keep her present abode a secret.
Please, sir, your sister sent me to say that she, with your daughter, has been obliged to move to number 19 Moonlight Street owing to circumstances of the most peculiar nature.
Most profound secret. Oh, goodbye, Commander-in-Chief. Next time you have a secret, mind you don't tell it by proxy.
Stupid jackanapes. You must open your damned mouth so wide as to let the cat jump out. A connection of which I do not in the least approve, but... Oh, those fellows are at breakfast. Bolt? Missile?
Yes, sir?
Listen, pressing business obliges me to be absent until late tonight. I leave the shop to your care.
Thank you, sir.
For your confidence, sir.
Which I know is not misplaced. On no account leave the premises.
Now, my dear sir, was not that request superfluous?
Of course, sir. Without leave, we should never leave the shop.
You will excuse my mentioning it, however. All foreman apprentices are, alas, not like you. There are several very wicked foremen and apprentices in the world.
Oh, I have heard so. I've read so, but never met any.
No, Bolt and I are very particular with whom we associate. Evil communications, you know, sir.
Right. Very correct indeed. Robert Missile, if you always associate with such as Charles Bolt, you will doubtless at length reach an elevated post.
Elevated post? I wonder if he means the gallows.
Oh, you flatter me, sir, you flatter me. I discharge my duty, sir, nothing else. To be sure, taking care of the morals of this young man
Is a heavy charge. I am aware of it. But I must go. Farewell, Bolt. Goodbye, Missile. Excellent, steady creatures. Oh, we're all like them. The tragedy of George Barnwell would never have been written.
Why don't you laugh, Mizzle?
Because I don't see any joke?
Oh, then look at me. I'm a perpetual joke. I'm all point like a porcupine, all fire like a poet's heart, and light as his breeches pocket. Old Cotton has gone out all day. Don't you take? Don't you twig? And you fly? Ain't you awake?
Yes, I'm awake, but I don't see.
We are to mind the shop, aren't we? I say, never mind it. Let's go out.
Nonsense! You know master and we are like a man and woman in a weather house. When one goes out, the other stays at home.
And so when the old man's back is turned, we are to show our heads are turned by stopping in the shop all day, selling check neck handkerchiefs in the baby's red stockings? Not we. We'll go out and have some fun, Bobby.
No, it won't do. We must take care of the shop.
Now, looky. How does the master take care of his money?
By locking it up?
Then that's the way we'll take care of the shop. I'll lock the door and you'll shut the shutters.
Oh, come. I shan't go. No, nor you shan't either. It won't do, Charlie. Better be boxed here than get in the wrong box.
Well, I've made up my mind. The next job is to make up my body. I must dress.
Well, you may enjoy your own holiday. Pleasant day and fine weather to you and a prosperous return. I shan't go.
Oh, you have no grandeur of soul. You don't love fun.
Come, don't say that. Damn it, I live upon fun. Ha ha, you know I do. Give us your hand, Charlie. I'll go. Oh dear, a day's pleasure.
You'll go, will you?
Give us your hand.
Here's off for fun, then.
Scene 2, a street with a porch and a front door, and on the plate, the door plate is inscribed, Mrs. Stitchley, dressmaker.
This way, charming Harriet. Your aunt has not missed you yet, but she soon will. She is now so taken up with her ribbons and beautiful purchases that she is thinking but little of her beautiful niece.
But this step.
Stands before your prison door. Your only step is flight.
A flight of steps, each one more imprudent than the last. And what awaits me on my descent?
Love, who will be your guide?
Pretty guide. He is blind himself.
True, but there is no resisting him. Love is a torrent, and his blindness is a cataract. Come. The banns have been put up for the last month at Criaden Church. The ring is in my waistcoat pocket. I've appointed a father to give you away.
Father? I haven't seen him.
Probably not, for though a father, he is not yet a parent. All is right. Away, fly. When they say love is blind, they only mean that he closes his eyes to transgressions like ours.
Well, here we are. Out.
Yes, out in our reckoning, maybe.
Oh, and don't I look well? Ain't I the thing? Nothing like the shop, eh? Nothing against me? Nothing counter?
No, we have sunk the shop with a vengeance. Hatchment the undertaker will be calling to know if master's dead.
Well, but where shall we go?
I'm afraid we've gone too far already.
Zoons, man, don't keep watering my spirits that way. Don't pull me down in the corners of your mouth and make look like you're a horseshoe on its legs. Laugh at our setting out, at least. Ha ha ha.
Ah, ha, ha. I will. For I'm thinking there will be devilish little chance of laughing when we return. Eh? What's that?
What are you starting at now?
Don't you see something like an old man?
Lord bless me, Bobby. It's a young woman I always look at, not the old man.
That old man may look at you, notwithstanding. Oh, he draws nearer. Oh, the devil! It's the old gentleman! Master, I mean.
Hey, what's that hat? His cast is an unlucky star. Those are his unmentionables. We'll turn down the next street.
But this damned street has no turning for the next quarter of a mile! Confound it, you must be so fond of enjoying yourself.
We'll run.
And attract his attention? A tallish man and a short one?
Well, we'll call on Mrs. Stitchley. Yes, that's the name on the plate.
We don't know her. Who the deuce knows Mrs. Stitchley?
No matter, he mustn't pass us. Egad, he's just here.
Scene 3, the room in Mrs. Stitchley's.
Sorry.
This way, gentlemen. My mistress will see you in a minute.
Well, here is a new feature.
Yes, like a broken nose. A very irregular feature. What are we to say?
Our wits will inspire us.
Wits? I have no wits. Nor you either, or you wouldn't have advised this blessed expedition.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning.
May I ask the cause of this visit?
Ah, that's the devil of it.
Cause, madam. The cause is the reason, ma'am. and the reason is the cause. She must have a customer named Smith. Doubtless you know Miss Smith?
No, sir, I have not that honor.
Of course not. Everything goes wrong today.
Smith won't do. I'll try Brown. Miss Brown, madam, you know.
Oh, dear, yes. Miss Brown is one of my best customers.
Bobby, the lady and I understand each other now, don't we?
What odd persons. Yes. So, but Miss Brown?
True. About Miss Brown. Yes, there is a little account.
Oh, between me and Miss Brown? He's a gentlemanly young fellow after all.
I, madam, will settle that account.
He'll settle himself if he does. He must be flush today.
I'll send my servant for a stamp directly, sir.
Don't hurry yourself, ma'am. I'll settle it tomorrow. That's what I called for, to tell you I'd settle it tomorrow.
Oh. There's a great vulgarity about him.
I have nothing more to say. Good morning, ma'am. Nothing. Besides, that old man must be a mile off by this time.
Goodbye, ma'am. I say, Bolt, I vote we go back to the shop. This may be a prelude to something further.
But one more thing more. Miss Brown is an intimate friend of mine, as well as a customer. Now, I don't think I ever saw you before.
Very likely not, ma'am.
It is exceedingly probable.
The fact is, the facts are these. There is no such person as Miss Brown. Miss Brown has ceased to be Miss Brown, and I am a happy man.
What do you mean? Miss Brown is married?
Precisely. Precisely. I see she has not disclosed the tender secret.
It is funny after all.
Miss Brown, you see, is now Mrs. Steele. Yes, my name is Steele, and this gentleman's name is Addison.
Yes, ma'am, my name is Madison.
Miss Brown, ma'am.
The devil! Oh, the tender creature. Confusion, petrifaction.
I say, Charlie, how do you like that? Bother your long-winded stories. Oh.
Not remarkably handsome either.
So how do you do, Miss Brown? I beg pardon. Mrs. Steele, I mean.
Miss Steele? What do you mean?
She won't swallow it. She's not soft steel.
Well, anything to get off. Goodbye, ladies, goodbye.
What an ungallant husband.
Husband?
Yes, Mrs. Steele. That gentleman, Mr. Steele, has confessed all. You sly creature.
Yes. Goodbye. You may settle this discussion among yourselves.
Yes. This gentleman told me that he was your husband.
True, madam. Stick to that. He told you so. Mind, I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, it may be an eccentric method of making an offer. He's not bad looking, and opportunities are, alas, not too frequent. I'll humor it. And so, my dear Steele's confessed.
Yes. Dear Steele, she jumps at it. I'm magnetic Steele. I say, what's the meaning of this?
Don't ask me. You're the man of talent. I know the meaning of nothing.
Oh, you naughty man, when you so faithfully promised to keep it a secret.
Oh, well, as I said before, we must go. Farewell, my love.
Farewell, Mrs. Steele. Be divorced as soon as possible, Charlie.
My dearest, where are you going?
To the devil and taking me for company.
Oh, for a holiday, just to get rid of a few sovereigns.
Are you indeed? Then I'll accompany you. Now don't look sulky, Steele. You know I will, positively I will.
Well, my dear, if you will, hey-ho, suppose you must.
I say, Bolt, that lady belongs to you, you know. If we've any refreshment, you pay the heads. We don't go halves.
Oh, I should be charmed, delighted.
Here is my bosom friend, Mrs. Stitchley, says she would like to be of the party. This little gentleman will be a nice beau for her.
I say, Bob, we shall go halves.
Lend me your arm, sir. We married folks lead the way. Two hearts lead.
Yes, my little gentleman, we can't do better than follow suit.
Oh, we're a couple of trumps. I wish I could cut out of this game.
Hint 4. Room in an inn. There's a window open with a balcony and a large screen folded up and leaning against the flat. The only entrance is by a door. Of course, there are tables and chairs, and waiter discovered busying about.
Most unlucky. Hymen has extinguished his link for the day, and here we are yet unlinked, too late for the parson.
Shocking indeed, to say nothing of the impropriety of my thus running about with you.
True, we are like old gloves, a couple unpaired. No matter. Tomorrow will unite us forever. This house has a hopeful name, the Anchor.
The Anchor? The very house my aunt was to have brought me to send to Mrs. Chargeley's. My place is booked here for that purpose.
No matter. Someone else can represent you. The coach is unlike my heart. It can just admit another. Waiter, show us into a private room.
Yes, sir, this way. James, conduct the lady to the blue parlor.
Blue, another omen, emblem of constancy.
Single another day. What a misfortune.
Hello, James. James, bustle about. 4 more on the stairs. Show them in here. All the other rooms are full. Oh, what a house we have today.
Sit down, ladies. Sit down.
What a charming place.
Yes, but any place would be charming in such company.
If he's only playing tricks, I'll be even with him. My dear Steele, you've forgotten your gallantry. Don't you ask us to take any refreshments?
There they begin already. I thought they looked like appetites. Here, waiter!
Yes, sir.
4 bread and cheeses and a pint of stout. Egad, they shan't ruin us.
The very thing. I dote upon stout, and so does Mrs. Steele.
I like nothing so plebeian. It's taking away one's character to say so.
And I faint at the smell of cheese.
Waiter!
Yes, sir.
A decanter of water for the ladies and butter instead of cheese.
Exactly. Only 1 pint of stout.
Stay. I do nothing but bread and butter and cheese in the house.
Have you got any onions?
Have you no poultry?
Poultry? Pretty chickens.
A couple of fowls are roasting for my master's dinner. However, he will be most happy to let you have them.
Send them up instantly with a bottle of your best sherry. You know, Steele, your loose sovereigns will cover all expenses.
Here, Bobby, how much have you got?
Half a crown, and you?
18 pence? Oh, that looks very unlike fowls and sherry.
But you must be so damn bounceable with your loose sovereigns.
My dear, won't you sit down? You must be tired.
No, not in the least. Except of you. I'll tell you what we must do, Bobby. We'll tell the ladies all. They can't detain us in this public room, and then we'll...
Decamp. The best plan. Only you be orator. The ladies look rather fierce.
You see, ladies, that is, you perceive, you must be aware, you cannot be ignorant.
My dear Steele, what is the matter?
There she goes again with her dear Steele. Well, the fact is, we...
I'm sorry to intrude, ladies and gentlemen, but have you any objection to a gentleman dining in this room?
Not in the least. You can give him our dinner, if your larder is scanty.
My dear.
Yes, and the bottle of wine into the bargain.
Hoity-toity. Certainly not. And waiter, I hate dining in public. I insist on that screen being put up.
To be sure, I'll just put up this screen. Your fowls are done brown, ladies.
Done brown? Yes, and so we are done brown. By Miss Brown, too.
Here, sir. There is the party, the other side of the screen. Our inn is so full, sir.
No matter, this will do. Bring up some cold meat directly, and the paper.
Stay, I have a thought. There may be an Irish cousin or naval officer there. I'll peep through. Oh,
Ladies, what I have to say is...
hold your tongue! You don't know who is on the other side.
No, nor do I care if it is the devil.
But it is worse. It's, old master, between us and the door.
Soons we are blockaded. Bolt, oh, Bolt, thy courage is out.
What's the matter, gentlemen?
You seem uneasy. Well, I shall take off my cloak and bonnet.
Egad, as there is no exit, I must e'en make the best of it. This wing, this slice of breast, eh?
If I could but pass that old curmudgeon. Egad, I have it. They are all looking at the fowls. Far more interesting objects than myself.
Curious case of stealing clothes. Sentence transportation.
Mr. Addison is invisible.
Oh, never mind him.
What an extraordinary woman. Mysterious disappearance.
That sounds deuced near the window. Help yourselves to the wings, ladies. Cut off the wings if they can't fly. And they can't fly.
Anyone going?
Stop him!
Scene 5, a chamber.
Truly unfortunate and disagreeable. My fair one torn from me in a manner most unfair. Miss Harriet missing. All is gone but hope. And what does hope say? Something false as usual? The lady loves the marvelous. No. Hope reminds me that Harriet is sent to Mrs. Chargesley's in this neighborhood, and that if I could enter in a feigned name, true, I can learn at the door if the old lion be in the den, if the young dove be in her cage. Egad, it will do. What name can I take? I take it Mr. Cotton has a foreman named Bolt. I'll call myself Bolt. I dare say I'm like him. I never saw him, so don't know the contrary. A happy exchange of names. The part of Bolt by Mr. Cutaway.
Scene 6, a room in Mrs. Chargesley's. There is a large Gothic window opening upon the lawn.
Bridget?
Yes, Mum.
Miss Harriet Cotton, according to the letter I read to you, must soon be here. Hey-ho, a persecuted being, like I was at 17.
Law, Mum.
Yes, her love is disapproved of, and she is sent here to be far from the object of her affections. Hey-ho, just my case.
Why, Mum, I thought the object of your affections ran away from you.
It might be so, but however, Bridget, it came to just the same thing in the end. My fate teaches me mercy. I am determined to show every kindness to this Harriet, though my letter tells me that Mr. Cutaway is dauntless in pursuing her.
On the contrary, Mum.
My case.
On the contrary, Mum, your admirer seemed to have a dauntless in pursuing the opposite direction.
Well, I will just go and adjust my headdress. You will show the young lady every attention if she should arrive meanwhile. Hey-ho, I dare say her delicate heart is in a fine state of palpitation. Just my case.
I wish you would come. I should like to see a young lady involved in a new adventure instead of hearing an old lady recount a stale one. Bless me, that is exceedingly like a coachman's ring.
Yes, we shall settle it right enough, I'll warn.
Here's a new row. I didn't want to come here.
Soon there's no avoiding it. Coachy swears we won't stir without the blunt. You, it seems, are booked here for some confounded person. We can't pay. He says, walk in and they'll pay for you. So here we are.
5 shillings the lady and 3 and 6pence the gentleman. They're rather short. Will you pay, my good girl?
Oh, certainly. 8 and 6pence. Here, coachman. A gentleman, too. It is a new fashion for ladies to bring their gentlemen with them.
Well, what do you think of this?
Nothing at all. It's of a piece with the rest. They'll take us to the station house soon. We're in limbo here. Admire the garden wall from the window. My eye, what a barricado.
Oh, we can't get out of it, so we must consider our present situation. You evidently are booked. I was only a chance customer. They set you down here as a matter of course. I might have gone on. Devilish odd, by the way, you crawling into the very coach upon which I jumped.
Oh, my dear, excuse me for keeping you waiting, but I know young ladies love moonlight.
Yes, ma'am, like second pair lodgers just before quarter day.
Elegant remark. But this gentleman...
Ah, true. I dare say you did not expect me. How do you do? The fact is, I am this young lady's brother. Yes.
Oh, well, did you leave all quite well at home?
Quite. My mother is particularly well.
Why, my dear, your father has been a widower these 12...
Oh, bless you. He has married again since. One calls one's mother-in-law mother, you know.
They both send their compliments, Mrs.
Indeed. My dear young lady, your name, I believe, is...
Precisely.
Harriet.
You have hit it to a nicety. Don't you think, ma'am, we might take a turn about the country?
Yes, there is a more picturesque ruin of a pump.
Tomorrow. Oh, Bridget, you must provide accommodations for the young lady's brother. Bridget? Oh, she is such a terrible maid. Bridget!
Madam, you have forgotten. You have forgotten something. The letter said Miss Harriet is an only child.
Oh, indeed. An imposter. Oh, I see through all. The daring Mr. Cutaway has introduced himself. So, sir, you're the young lady's brother.
Did we not tell you so? What makes her so damned particular?
Now, sir, you know you are nothing of the kind. Miss Harriet has no brother.
Hey, Mum?
No brother! Here's a go. You'll allow me to know my own relations? Oh!
Indeed, no. I have discovered all.
The devil you have. Then we are bowled out. Madam, we throw ourselves upon your mercy.
Yes, don't say anything to old Cotton.
Old Cotton? What a respectful name to call a father. I will not. I'm inclined to be friendly. I have some influence over him. I'll prevail on him to pardon all.
Will you, though? Oh, then give us your hand.
Yes, you are a regular good 'un.
A good one? Her language is not particularly romantic. Nay, more than that, I think I can persuade him to consent to your union.
The lady means a partnership.
A partnership, to be sure, for life, marriage.
I'll be blowed if we understand each other now.
Yes, we do. Fie, Miss Cotton. Do you think I do not recognize your clandestine lover, Mr. Cutaway?
Cotton? I old master's daughter.
Dunes, she knows nothing after all. Yes, ma'am, you've hit it. My name is Cutaway.
You confess. You see, I was too sharp for you. I found out you were Mr. Cutaway.
Now, to be sure you did. You are so sharp, madam. You found out Mr. Cutaway.
Please, madam, Mr. Cotton's foreman is here.
He is not. No. My name is Cutaway.
Mr. Bolt is not here. No, nor Mizzle either. This gentleman's name is Cutaway. My name is Miss Harriet.
But Mr. Bolt is at the street door.
Now, who the devil can this be?
I say, Bolt, there aren't two of you.
Desire Mr. Bolt to walk in. Don't be frightened, my young friends, though I can guess the cause of your alarm.
I'm blessed if you do.
All right, so far, the young lady here, and the old boy not here.
Come forward, Mr. Bolt, come forward. Nobody here except Mr. Cutaway.
Mr. Cutaway here, madam.
You start. I can guess the cause of surprise, yes. And Miss Harriet?
Ahem. She has got a new cloak, by the way.
But I've not introduced you. Mr. Bolt, Mr. Cutaway, Mr. Cutaway, Mr. Bolt.
How queer it is to be introduced to oneself. I'm beside myself.
I say, Bolt, how do you like yourself?
Not at all. Curse me if there isn't another incident.
The second me will walk in next.
How embarrassed they seem. And I see through all. Miss Harriet seems afraid of Mr. Bolt seeing her. How well I understand her feelings.
Mr. Cotton, ma'am.
Who?
Mr. Cotton.
Gentlemen, young lady, what a dispersion. Oh, why, at any rate, Mr. Bolt should vanish.
Mrs. Chargeley, how do you do? I have brought some ladies with me.
Happy to see any of your friends, Mr. Cotton. But one little thing I must say to you. Don't be too severe with your daughter.
No, no, madam, I don't intend it.
I've promised to be her friend.
Promised, madam? May I ask to whom?
But to herself, to be sure.
What? Have you seen her before? Harriet, my dear?
Yes, Papa.
Well, this is not your daughter, Harriet.
Well, yes, but it is. Don't you see the strong likeness?
Yes, Madame, I am Harriet Cotton.
I am petrified. Thunderstruck. Why, another daughter, Harriet, came here just now and is here still. Bridget!
Please, ma'am. Miss Harriet has bolted herself in one of the bedrooms and won't open the door. Her veil caught against the banister, ma'am. Here it is.
Oh, some impudent impostor, Mrs. Chargeley.
And I'll confess the truth. How are my benevolent designs frustrated? Mr. Cutaway was with her.
A daring scoundrel.
Faithless wretch brought a sham on me. Oh, Papa, Papa.
I told you that he would turn out.
Bridget, I think I heard you called. I'd like to look at the veil. Observe, Mrs. Stitchley.
I do, my dear.
The iron mold and everything. Mrs. Chargeley, this veil is mine. There are thieves in the house. Had the lady a silk cloak?
Yes?
And a bonnet and feather?
Yes.
It is all discovered. You know we were wronged, Mr. Cotton.
Yes, and I know I had to pay for it.
But we will be righted, Mrs. Chargeley. Don't let your house be a nest of thieves. Send for the officers.
I will. Bridget! Bridget! Lock sham Miss Harriet's door outside. Send for the police. What a horrid, unromantic adventure.
You shall be righted.
I will indeed. I'll recover my cloak. The villainy shall be uncloaked.
Come along, Harriet. We'll see the end to this. To a nice house I seem to have brought you. Pleasant day we've had. A day beautifully spent.
Scene 7, Mrs. Chargeley's garden. At the back, there is a high wall. To the right part of the house, with a door and a practicable window.
Egad, I've succeeded in concealing myself among the statues and the shrubs and all this. I wish that wall was not so devilish high and that gate not so quite firmly fastened. I wonder where Bobby is.
Charlie, is that you?
Yes. How snug you look up there.
How do you like your day's pleasure?
Oh, amazingly. It is a spicy sort of pleasure. Keeps one awake. I told you we should have something to laugh at.
Yes, the wrong side of our mouths if ever I do go out with you again.
Fortune favors the bold. This ladder is an unexpected prize found in the ninth room, and the dear creature at yonder window, she shall descend. Then we'll over the wall. By the by, I wonder what has become of that inefficient representation of myself. Harriet!
Hello, are you there?
There she is, beautiful as ever.
True. All cats are alike in the dark.
Come to the arms of your ever-faithful cutaway.
Oh, you make me blush.
I have a ladder. Dearest, will you descend it?
I believe you, I will. Come, look alive, put it up.
Her every word inspires confidence.
An unconscious auxiliary.
Descend, dearest, descend, and take care of the water butt. Do not star as you are set in the ocean. Now let's away.
Stay, my bundle. Oh, my bundle.
What bundle, sweetest?
A bundle I have left. So do you bundle up the ladder and get it?
Your desires are commands, lovely one. She is hoarse. Caught cold, poor thing?
I say, Bob, what did you send him up there for?
Why, the cursed officers are breaking open the door. I heard him, so I gave him for a sop.
Oh, poor devil. And now away with the ladder to the garden wall. Now we'll ascend and drop on the other side.
Harriet, my love, I can find no bundle.
Can't you? Then here is one for you.
A man duped, cheated.
Up the ladder, Bobby, my boy.
Yes, we are off. The devil take the hindmost. Goodbye, my own true love.
The ladder, where is the ladder?
A crash is heard in the house as of a door breaking. Officers appear at a window. Exit over to the wall. The ladies scream. Scene 8. Outside of the shop. The shop is shut up with cotton hosier, etc., written on it. The shop door to open. The stage is dark.
Yes, you may ha ha ha, but I don't see anything to ha ha, nor to ho ho at neither. I have done with fun forever.
Oh, don't say so. We're all right, you know. Have not I got through beautifully, steered through all the windings and the intricacies? Do you suppose a skillful coachman would give a fig for a drive on a smooth road? No, it is the turning the sharp corners and displays his ingenuity.
Ah, but don't let me be on the box with said ingenious coachman.
To be sure, it was unlucky we overtook young Rattle with his jig. If he had not not given us a lift, we should not have been home till breakfast time.
No, and Master Wood. A pretty figure we should have cut if we'd arrived in time to find him opening the shutters.
Well, we'll go in. Here is the key. No, curse it, there is not. And nor is it in this pocket, nor in that. Bobby, did I give you the key?
No. No, I have not got it.
What the deuce? And we have.
No, you are not going to say the key is lost. Don't say so.
It is, though, whether I say it or not. And now I remember I heard something chink on the ground when we jumped off the wall.
Oh, what a devil of a chink that was.
Oh, it's confoundedly awkward.
It is. I like that. You were confoundedly awkward, you mean. Why did you not do as I do when I carry money? Put it in my breeches pocket and tie pack thread round.
Oh, don't be downhearted, Bobby. There is a third adventure. It will have an end. But give me time, my boy. I'll get through anything.
Then if you could get through that keyhole, it would be the best exercise for your ingenuity. Gad, it's coming on to rain like the very deuce.
Here is shelter. We'll get in here.
Yes, and we shall soon have the pleasure of seeing old Cotton let himself in. Crikey, what a well-spent day.
Come along, man. Don't crawl.
I don't like it a bit.
You're not half a fellow. You're an humbug, Peter.
Two respectable individuals.
You and I may look like them if we take many more holidays.
Now, the new streets are clear. So, you were old Cotton's foreman, eh?
Yeah, sure, I was some time ago.
Ah, Cotton's foremen are always pretty blossoms.
And you left this same old Cotton.
He made me leave on account of a little exercise of my ingenuity. But you see, I was down upon him.
What? By taking the impression of a street door key in wax? Why the devil did you not go in before?
Because I had not the pluck. When I met with you, I was inspired.
I say, ain't you fly?
Oh, yes, I'm awake.
But don't look so frightened, man. I have a bulldog in each pocket, eh?
Aha.
Sanguinary wretch! Don't let him see you, Charlie. He'll blow out the few brains we have in no time.
Huh? Here, door is open. Now follow quick. Good examples should always be followed.
I'm blessed if I like it. Oh, I must put on the mask. Oh, Cotton knows my good-looking face as well as his own. If he got a glimpse of me, I should be caught too.
And so you are, my chicken. Think yourself lucky if you don't get your neck twisted.
Bravo, Charlie! I'll stand and see fair play. Take care, number one, don't come and fire some Dartford superfine in your face.
Oh, sir, I'm very unwilling to be hanged.
Then, most worthy character, take off the mask, as I have unmasked you. Take off your great coat, as I have dismantled your villainy, and then take your hat off because I want it. And now take yourself off.
Yes, yes, I'll reform. I feel a moral change already.
Why, Charlie, what the deuce are you doing now?
Disguising myself as a thief.
I have not the slightest doubt of your being able to support the character. But why?
To walk in after that respectable gentleman.
I shall not follow. Better be sent home than to be shot.
There will be two of us.
Yes, and he has 2 pistols. Can blow out our brains in succession. Highly advantageous.
There are no weapons in these pockets. You had better follow.
Where the devil are you?
No, I shan't.
Now, come along, you thick-headed snail.
Snail, do you call me? Ah, you don't know what I am.
Egad, there's one chance. When Master goes home, that fellow may shoot him through the head. He can't find me out, that would be lucky, but one line draper should never desert another. I'll go into the kitchen, get the poker, and surprise the rascal in the rear.
Scene 9. A chamber. There's a large cupboard in the center. Newgate and Bolt are discovered at the back, taking plate and putting it in a bag. Newgate has a lighted lantern.
Come on, bustle about, man. You'll see twice as well if you take that mask off.
My head would follow, I'm thinking. No, I can see.
That's right. Now there go the spoons. There's the salver, and there's the godpapa's mug.
Yes, we are in for the plate.
Oh, you call that a joke?
More than I do anything else. If I am caught with this fellow, I shall be hanged. If I move, I shall be shot.
Don't mumble. Pack, pack.
My dear Mr. Cutaway, you should have explained to me you were the son of the great bobbin maker, and my ideas on the subject would have been very different. Come, ladies, if you can find your way in the dark. I have just discharged my servants and am forced to wait upon myself.
There's someone in the room. We are in the wrong box. Put up that cup.
I think we have taken a cup too much.
It's all up. We are flawed. Now there they are. Damn it. Take this bulldog and defend yourself here.
So I will.
Dad.
Hello, thieves! House, ho!
But the devil... Why, Bolt?
How do you do, sir?
And this gentleman?
Came to lighten you of your odd movables. To fork out your knives, to dish out your plates.
Give me your hand, Bolt. You're a fine fellow.
Bolt, they call him. I wish that bolt was shot. All right, I'm coming.
I think I've seen your face before, sir.
You have, but I pray don't mention, don't bear malice.
This is my foreman, ladies, Mr. Bolt, whom, for his valuable service, I intend to take instantly into partnership.
Oh, there's one thing I've not yet confessed. I mean, sir, my passion for this lady.
How?
Say nothing, and you shall be my real wife. Sir, will you consent to our union? It's a horrid plunge, but I can't help it.
Egad! This is jumping from the frying pan into the fire. I hope the old woman won't be looking after me.
This Harriet will be your mother-in-law?
A lucky escape.
Then, Papa, there will be 3 weddings.
Yes, we can give away one another.
While Mr. Addison is content with merely being a spectator.
Come, this troublesome day's work is well over. You have some time had my forgiveness, Harriet. I wish not to say anything unpleasant, but when I contrast your conduct to that of these 2 excellent young men...
Oh, sir, we have done but our duty. Come forward, Bobby. I repeat it, our duty. Our duty is to amuse these ladies and gentlemen. And if anything we have done has contributed to that desirable end, we certainly think our day has been well spent.
And curtain.
Sorry, good.
Okay, everybody, let's take 10 as we started 5 after 2.
Okay.
Oh, great. That was a lot of fun. Thank you.
See the resemblances to
That really was funny, guys.
Matchmaker. I don't know how many even know Matchmaker, but the 2 the clerk and the apprentice are straight out of that show, and the whole thing about going to a restaurant with the screen separating them is right in Matchmaker. And Deborah, your character is became Flora Van Huysen, really, the woman in the 4th act who sympathizes with the young lovers, and it's highly sentimental and so on.
Is she in Hello, Dolly?
She didn't get into Hello, Dolly.
Question, everybody who can see me, just tell me if I go like this, can you see my hands, or are they getting the
No, we can see your hands.
You can sort of see them if you move them fast enough.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, the blurred background doesn't, like when you put on a virtual background, you can't see anything. Okay.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
I should have done that rather than dealing with this. Yeah, that would have been much better.
What, Paul?
Yeah, no, well, we did a reading of Twelfth Night last night, and for the bit where Olivia sort of has the thing over her head, because she had a virtual background on, when she actually had it over her head, she disappeared. So it was like Olivia made herself invisible.
The headless Olivia.
I kind of
How
love
could
that.
she read with it on anyway?
Well, she was sort of cheating, and having part of it. When part of it was on, you'd sort of see it, but then it would like slip over where it saw enough of it, and then it just, you became invisible. Those sorts of little zoom things, which.
I am so ready to not be on Zoom anymore. I don't know how everybody else feels. Although, having said that, it certainly comes in handy when people are ill.
And there seems to be a little bit of a geographical spread in this particular one.
Yes, in this case, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Which is why David did it, because he wanted to.
You got a whole sort of semi-global thing happening.
Good Angus and you were amazing.
I actually don't make a call, but I will come back to spectate the second play.
Yeah, it's been a saving grace stuck over here.
Where are you? Where are you?
London.
No, I know, but we lost your visual.
Oh yeah, let me get back up.
That's all right. We know.
There he is.
It's so good to see you. It's been a while.
It has indeed. Yes, indeed.
We used to Zoom. I haven't done that in a while. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to catch up again.
Will do. Life is getting fraught again because I'm going to have to do more babysitting work. My daughter's just got a new show, so.
Oh, congratulations. Something
Yeah.
we would have heard of? Something we...
It's Ivo van Hove, the
Oh my
Belgian
God.
director. It's his latest project.
man.
He's done an adaptation of the John Cassavetes film from 77, Opening Night.
Huh.
It's called
With
Opening Night.
Rupert-
I don't know it.
I don't know.
It one he financed himself, and it was Gina Rowlands, his wife, played the lead in it, and it's a sort of cult film, I gather.
Mhm, mhm.
But he's
What's
doing
your
that, and
daughter's
Rufus-
name, Angus?
Jennifer Hepburn.
Very cool.
I'll say the same thing I said to Drew. Send out an announcement. I mean, otherwise I got to find a pen and write this down.
Yeah, well, it'll come. I mean, she's just covering roles, but that's
Uh-huh.
good.
That's not a just. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's a big.
Yeah, it's running a couple of
Well,
months at the Gielgud, and with Ivo van Hove's status at the moment, goodness knows what's going to happen to it.
It could come here if it's a
Yeah.
success. You know?
That's true.
I missed you saying what it was, Angus.
Opening. It's got the same name as the film, Opening Night.
Oh,
I was telling Paul last night the actual film, Gina Rowlands has this drunk scene, but it's a reverse drunk scene. She's so uptight and she's so panicky about doing the play that she's opening. She goes out and gets paralytic, completely legless, and eventually turns up at the theatre, unable even to stand up. And they pour coffee down her, and the leading man holds her and carries her sort of across the stage. And for the next section of the film, she gradually sobers up. So it's a reverse drunk scene. Spectacular. I mean, brilliant stuff.
What part does your daughter have?
when did the film come out?
1977.
Yeah, I think I have it in my collection. It's Maggie Smith, isn't it? Or is it?
No,
No,
she's Gina Rowlands.
Oh, Gina Rowlands. Oh, it's a different
Gina
thing.
Rowlands, she's covering the Gina Rowlands role in it, and she's also the woman who the playwright of the piece that they're doing was played by Joan Blondell,
Oh,
and she's covering that as
really?
well.
Oh my gosh.
So she's first cover for the Joan Blondell role, and she's second cover for Myrtle, the lead.
Oh,
I
Joan
just
Blondell, when she did
scared shitless about it now, because this is Ivo van Hove. This is not Mamma Mia. This is not a few chunky songs and a bit of dancing. This is Ivo van Hove, who does strange things.
Always.
Yes.
Did he direct some operas that came to the Met?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I think I may have seen one. Yeah.
Yeah, the big things he did over here were the Arthur Miller plays, the Crucible and View from the Bridge.
Yeah, but I thought
he started when he started moving out of Toneel Group Amsterdam. He got a liaison and a relationship with the New York Theatre Workshop, and I think the first thing he did with them was the Glass Menagerie, and then he did Hedda Gabler, and then he started getting involved with the Young Vic in London and did shows with them, and started getting more into doing musical stuff with the Met. He's done a couple of things there, I think.
I thought I had seen. I know I saw something he did.
Yeah.
Unlike that, I don't keep my programs, so I don't remember.
Yeah, I did that for about 30 years until we finally moved and decided it was going to double the weight of the cost of moving. So we had to let them go.
How old was Joan Blondell when she did that movie?
It was 2 years before she died. I think she was 72, maybe. And she died 2 years after the film was released. There's a lovely little brochure with it, because the version I bought a DVD of the movie just to see it, and it's a British Film Institute production of it, and lovely little stories that Joan Blondell was actually very concerned about doing the movie, because the way she used to work apparently was she'd learn the lines, get a character, come in, play the character, and then push off. And she said at one point she couldn't tell whether the people were acting or whether they were talking about their lives. It was an entirely different approach. It rather freaked her out a bit.
You mean the style of acting that had become...
naturalistic.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's called Opening Night?
Yeah.
Opening night.
Okay. And does anybody I did a reading of a film script once, and I thought it was just going to be around a table, but it was like in a room with 50 people and 2 cameras, and we had assigned seats. And so I was sitting, I found my character, and I said to the guy next to me, "Oh, hi, you must be playing my father. I'm Ben." He says, "I'm Keir Delay." And we chatted a little bit. And then in leans in the woman who goes, "Oh, hi, I'm playing your mother. I'm Catherine Chalfont." And the point of the story is Catherine Chalfont's character entered in the 2nd or 3rd scene. And up to then, we're doing the reading, and I thought, we're all doing well. There's good people in this. This is a thrill to be in. Suddenly she had her first scene. It wasn't spectacular or anything, but she was so natural that we all felt like overacting hams.
Yeah.
It was astounding. I was like, where's the acting? But it was completely real. It was focused.
Oh, yeah.
But she didn't seem to be doing anything.
Is anybody familiar with the actor J.O. Sanders?
Yeah.
Well, I just saw him on a talk show, on the talk show with Patrick Pachenko, or was it with the other one? Anyway, last night he's playing old Captain Kochapi in the revival of Pearly Victorious on Broadway, and I once did a reading with him. Get this, I mean, unfortunately, the play was not as good as this premise, but Riverside Shakespeare, they used to do readings of, a week of readings of new things. And this was called Deja Vu. And I played a French diplomat. Now, if you can picture this, J. Sanders I was supposed to have a diplomatic meeting with this general, played by J. Sanders. And the character turned out to be my ex-wife, who had had a sex change, played by J. Sanders.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. One of those things where you wish you'd actually read the script more detailed beforehand.
We've all had those days. We've all had those readings. You get there and you're like,
we'd rehearsed.
Oh dear.
Does anybody else have that night? I have this nightmare. It's always about 6 months after whatever I'm in closed, where I'm in a revival of it, and it's right before I go on, and I realize I haven't reviewed the scene. I don't know the song. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's always 6 months after the thing closed.
Oh yeah.
I have to tell you, I had the actor's nightmare last night, and you'll appreciate it because it involves all of you. I dreamt, and when you dream it, it feels 100% real.
Yeah.
I dreamt that I overslept, and I woke up at first I thought I woke up at 10 till 1, and I thought I can still do it. I can still do it. I'll just put on, a t-shirt and I'll still be there by 1. Then I realized it was actually 2 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
And I thought, oh my God, I've missed the whole
thing. Speaking of 2 o'clock, it's almost 2:10. We better get on with the next piece.
Oh yeah.
right.
Oh God, I haven't pulled up the script.
Who
are not in the second piece, very much thanks. And you can hang around and
break legs, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See
we'll
you
we'll be watching.
Okay, the second piece is by W.S. Gilbert. It's one of his shorter little musical pieces called Creatures of Impulse. And I've decided to treat this more or less as an English panto, which of course is, traditional for holiday season, complete with, well, I won't tell you who I'm playing. But everybody else can introduce themselves. I start with Angus.
Can you start with somebody else? I'm just getting the script up. I forgot to do that. Too busy putting on bits of clothing. I forgot about doing that. Angus Hepburn from London, and I'm reading The Miser with a very strange name that starts with Bloom.
Bumblehard, I think, is the way that.
Bumblehard, that's right. That's right.
Drew.
Drew Bolander reading Peter.
And Leah.
Hi, I'm Leah Schwartz. I'm reading Pipette and Third Villager.
Clint.
I'm Clinton Powell. I'm reading Jacques and the Second Villager.
Paula.
I'm Paula Hosa reading Martha and the First Villager.
Who did I miss? David Brown.
My name is David Brown, and I'm reading the opening chorus.
And Ben.
I'm Bennett Poloshi. I'll be Sergeant Kluk.
And I will tell you who. Well, you'll find out who I am when I show up. All right. All right. The scene is the exterior of the Three Pigeons, a country inn with an entrance on the right, entrance through the gate center. This is a village. This is a village square, probably somewhere in the lowlands of Belgium or Holland.
Did you ever know a lady so particularly shady, though a very nice old party she was thought to be? I could see upon my honor, when I first set eyes upon her, that she wasn't any better than she ought to be. I was certain from her manner that of mischief she's a planner, and her money bag she'll never lose to pay. If she doesn't shortly pack up, she will put poor Martha's back up, and there'll be the very deuce to pay.
Bumble. There. Your sound's not on, Angus.
My sound is now on, but I've lost the video.
Oh.
It keeps on flashing on and off. I don't know what's going on with it. Oh, I know what's going on with it.
You're good now.
I'll fix that. Yeah, I'm in good shape now. I give you good morning, ladies. I give you good morning, Peter.
What? For nothing?
Yes, I don't charge for it.
Why, Mr. Bumbleheart, you're getting liberal in your old age.
Yes, my dear, yes. He's but a churl that keeps all his happiness to himself. Ah, it's a lovely day. The very trees are waving their arms in ecstasy at the bright blue sky above them, and the bright green fields below them, and the pretty little birds are caroling a hymn of gratitude from the very topmost branches. It is indeed a good morning, and I give it to you. I give it to you.
You've got some more happiness in that long bag of yours, if one may judge by the chink of it. Can't you spare some of that?
Ah, do you know what that is? It's gold.
All gold?
Yes, my dear, all gold. It's my piddly little rents that I've been collecting.
Are you going to keep it all to yourself?
No, no, I'm not so bad as that. I'm going to give you a little treat with it, a little treat.
A treat?
Yes, my dears, a treat. Have you any money of your own?
Not a penny.
Not a penny? Oh, very good. The greatest pleasure in this world is the possession of money. Now, that is a pleasure you can't have because you don't possess any. The next greatest pleasure is looking at other people's money, and it is in my power to give you that pleasure. And shall I grudge it to you? no. See, isn't it pretty? It's all gold, real gold guineas. Some people love spring with its butterfly wing. Some swear by the summer. What folly, what folly! And some have confessed that the autumn is best. Some people think winter most jolly. But the seasons, I swear, are all equally fair. Their beauties I willingly preach, my dear. I worship them all, from the spring to the fall. For a quarter day happens in each, my dear. Quarter day, oh, how I love quarter day.
No
Shabby,
shabby.
shabby.
Now, there's gratitude for you. Well, it's the way of the world. But do what I will, I cannot please people. Where's Mistress Martha?
She's inside trying to induce her strange young old lady to go.
What strange old lady?
Why, a wicked old woman who has been staying at the Three Pigeons for the last 6 weeks. She won't pay any rent and she won't go. Oh, but here comes Martha. She'll tell you all about it.
Well, it's no use. She won't budge.
How did do, Miss Martha? I give you good morning. I've been collecting my rents, and I want a room at the Three Pigeons tonight.
Do you? And you can't have one.
Can't have one?
No, unless my strange old lady turns out, and she won't. Well, why don't you seize her baggage? She hasn't got any.
Stop her food then.
I have, and she doesn't mind that. She's eaten nothing at all for 3 weeks.
Nothing at all for 3 weeks.
Nothing, whatever.
Why, she'll be starved.
No, she says she never felt better in her life. She says that food always disagrees with her.
Well, it disagrees with me sometimes, but I take it for all that.
Well, I could turn her out neck and crop. Ha! Turn out a woman who can live on nothing for 3 weeks. Why, she's a fairy. She'd be in again through the keyhole in a twinkling.
I know how to prevent that.
How?
Stuff up the keyhole.
Ah, Peter, you're a goose.
Oh, Aunt, I've such news for you. Oh, didn't know anybody was here. Oh, I beg your pardon. Oh, gracious. Oh, how extremely awkward.
What's the matter with the girl?
I'm so confused.
Why? What has confused you?
All these people. Oh, please go away. Oh, I can't bear people.
Oh, why, bless the girl, how shy she is.
Shy? There isn't a greater donkey in the country. Well, there's a portrait of her great-grandfather in her bedroom, and she always turns its face to the wall before she does her hair.
Well, I've been properly brought up. A young girl can't be too particular.
But what has happened?
Oh, I can't tell you before all these people. Oh, please send them away.
Oh, I'm sure if we're in the way.
If it's very improper, we wouldn't bear to hear it in the world, but I dare say Mr. Bloomerheart and Peter won't mind.
Put it to them as delicately as you can, Pipette. A young girl can't be too particular.
Well, now that they've gone, what is it? If it's impertinence, whisper.
Oh, if you please, it's a sergeant. He's coming here.
A sergeant? Well, and what is there to blush in at that?
Oh, but he's such a long sergeant. You can't think what a long sergeant he is. Oh, and if you please, he's got a moustache and all sorts of dreadful things.
A sergeant? Yeah, it must be the famous Sergeant Klook, who distinguished himself at Johannesburg. He's the bravest soldier in His Majesty's service. This is his native village, and he wrote to me to say that he would be here in the course of the week on furlough. He's going to make the Three Pigeons his headquarters.
A live sergeant coming to stop with us?
Certainly.
Oh, then, if you please, and if it's quite convenient, I should like to retire from the world and go into a monastery.
A monastery? So should I.
Oh, if you please, I mean a nunnery.
A nunnery. So should I.
Oh, nonsense. Stop here and welcome the brave gentleman. And if you don't do it well, you shall marry Peter tomorrow. Now, Master Bumbleheart, if you'll step into the house, we'll see what we can do for you.
By all means, allow me to present you with...
With what, for gracious sake?
My arm.
Oh, dear, oh dear, what shall I do? I don't know how to welcome a brave gentleman.
Don't welcome him.
If I don't, I shall have to marry you tomorrow.
Never mind, it'll serve me right.
I hate brave gentlemen.
But I am not a brave gentleman.
You? You're the greatest coward between this and Trent.
I am a coward.
Hate a brave gentleman, but I detest a coward.
Well, all men are cowards.
What? Jacques Bonpré, who gave you that thrashing at Bontemps Fair, and Pierre Pontontois, who tied you on your horse wrong side before for trotting over his turnips, and Jean Leroux, who dragged you through a horse pond for plundering his egg roots.
Well, all cowards? I have a theory about that. In danger, all men are equally frightened, but some men have the power of concealing their fears, others haven't. Now, I'm one of those who haven't. Some men are afraid to own that they're frightened, other men are not. I'm one of those who are not.
Well, at all events, Sergeant Cluke is a brave man, and I advise you to be civil to him. Oh dear, what shall I do? How I do hate a man.
So do I.
Oh, how I wish the world was full of women.
So do I.
Now, I'm not at all afraid of women.
No more am I.
I like women.
So do I.
Women are so...
Oh, they are.
What?
So. Very so.
I mean, they are so fond of staring at one and putting their arms round one's waist and squeezing one's hand.
Yes, it is their way. I've done it myself.
They wink, too.
Yes, they should.
No, women never wink at me. They let me alone.
They let me alone too, worse luck.
You can say what you like to a woman. At least, I mean, I can. But I can't even look at a man.
You can look at me.
I don't call you a man.
Well, don't call him a man. And then you can say what you like to him. He won't mind.
That's impudent.
It's meant to be.
If you want to be impudent, why don't you be impudent to a man?
Oh, I should be a fool. Why, he'd box my ears.
And you pretend to love me.
Exactly. I pretend to love you. That's all. It amuses you and it gratifies me. I'll show her that she's not going to roughshod ride over me. You've got my snug little farm in your eye.
Peter.
Well?
Peter, you're a pig.
A pig?
A pig.
Then you've got my snug little sty in your eye.
At home at last, all danger past, I hail my native village. Farewell a while to warlike style, to battle and to pillage. Although no doubt in battle's rout, my life I'd rather spend it. When battle ceases, the state of peace has much to recommend it. No parade, no drill, I can do as I will, I can eat, I can drink all the day, I can sing, I can dance with the daughters of France, while his sons are at work, far away. Young lady, I salute you. The hero of Johannesburg salutes you.
Oh my goodness, he's going to salute me. Peter, if he salutes me, I'll scream.
The young lady appears alarmed.
The young lady is very shy.
Shy?
Yes, you soldiers are such disreputable dogs.
Oh, yes, if you please, sir. You soldiers are such disreputable dogs. Oh, if you please, I didn't mean that. Oh my, what a dreadful thing to have said.
Some soldiers are, but not the hussars of the king's bodyguard. Our colonel is extremely particular. A soldier in the king's hussars, although a gallant son of Mars, to no one may he be gallant, except his mother and his aunt.
Except his mother and his aunt?
A very proper rule indeed, and one that surely should succeed.
But don't you find it rather slow, monotonous, in fact?
Oh, no! Each warrior who joins our corps can count his mothers by the score. And as for aunts, as I'm alive, each grenadier has 35.
Each grenadier has 35?
I shouldn't like...
I shouldn't like to serve with him. One's aunts are elderly and grim.
One's mothers, too, as facts will show, are always aged dames.
Oh, no! The grimmest aunt in all our corps is 17 or little more. The oldest mother's age may be a little short of 23.
Think, Luke, as I'm alive.
Mistress Martha, how pretty you've grown.
This is indeed a distinction you've conferred on us.
Oh,
Well, what's the matter with the girl?
oh, if you please, I was thinking that the sergeant has had so many distinctions conferred on him that he can afford to spare one. Oh, if you please, I didn't mean that. Oh dear, what have I said?
And what a big man you've grown. You were a little drummer boy when you left us, and now you're a gigantic sergeant.
Yes, I've risen in the service.
And someday I suppose you'll be an officer?
Yes, but that will be a long time first.
Oh.
Well?
Oh, if you please, I was thinking if you're 6 foot long as a sergeant, how long will you be when you're a captain? Oh, if you please, I didn't mean that. Oh my, I wish I hadn't spoken.
Pipette, you're a goose. But we're very glad to see you, and I hope you will make the 3 Pigeons your home for as long as your furlough lasts.
With pleasure, Martha, with pleasure. I've been roughing it for the last 6 months, and it's no little treat to look forward to 6 days' holiday in a pretty little inn in a pretty village with a pretty landlady to look after one's wants.
If you please, Aunt, perhaps your son would like to see his room.
My son?
Your nephew, then?
My nephew?
Oh, if you please, I thought he must be one of the others. His colonel is very strict and only allows his soldiers to kiss their mothers and their aunts. Oh dear, I wish I hadn't said that. Oh my, what a dreadful thing to have said.
When a soldier is on furlough, discipline is relaxed. But why are you sighing?
Thinking of my old lady. She won't pay my rent. She's eaten nothing and drunk nothing for a fortnight, and she looks as plump as ever. She's a fairy.
Bah. Stop, I don't believe it.
And why?
Fairies do everything with a wand, don't they?
Well?
Well, she cleans her teeth with a toothbrush. I've seen her.
You're a goose.
I say, Peter.
Well?
It'd be bad lookout for you and me about Michelma.
Suppose we tackle the old lady by turns.
Ah, but who'll begin?
I will.
You?
I. She's no more fairy than I am. She's an ugly old woman, and I'd rather tackle one ugly old woman than a dozen handsome men. Afraid of an old woman. The older they are, the less I fear 'em. With a furious blow delivered so, I'll start her in a canter. This mighty arm will cause alarm, and she'll depart instanter.
With kiss and smile I'll her beguile. The joke will much amuse me. I'll praise her face with so much grace, I'm sure she can't refuse me.
With squeeze and wink I'll make her think. I'll worship her completely, for soldiers sing that sort of thing particularly neatly.
If you should fail with rustics hail, I've servants, 3 or 4 too. We'll try and rout the fairy out, and then we'll bang the door to.
Now for it. I say, old lady.
Well, young man?
I've a bone to pick with you.
Can't stop. My time's valuable.
Oh, yes, but you must.
Must, eh?
Do you see that? Feel it.
Mercy, what a ridiculous little arm.
Do you know what that is?
Well, I can guess.
Well, what is it?
I suppose it's the bone you're going to pick with me. We may as well spare ourselves the trouble. There's very little on it.
Oh, I say, I'm not accustomed to stand that sort of thing from a woman of your age, you know.
Do you know my age?
About 80, I should say. Well, that'll put her back up.
80? Nonsense. I'm 842.
Well, you don't look it.
Peter, you're a dangerous little man.
I'm a dangerous little man, as you'll discover. Now, look here, ma'am.
I'm on attention, Peter.
You've been here for 6 weeks.
True.
You've paid no rent.
None.
You don't intend to pay any.
Not a penny.
You don't eat anything.
Nothing.
You don't drink anything.
Not a drop.
If you did, you wouldn't pay for it.
Not a penny.
Now, hasn't it occurred to you that on the whole, you're not a profitable customer.
Well, yes, that reflection has occurred to me. But look at it from my point of view. If you could get all you wanted from the first-rate inn without paying for it, how long would you stop there?
I should stop there until somebody did to me what I'm going to do to you.
What's that?
Turn you out. Come, toddle, trundle, vanish.
Why, Peter, would you strike an old woman?
Why not? You're as big as I am. Besides, you've left clues. You are very ugly, and no amount of thrashing would make you uglier than you are. Now, I am very beautiful, and a tap on the nose would play the very deuce with me. Come, toddle.
Very well, Peter. You're a coward to square up at an old woman, and as a punishment, you'll be as good as to go on squaring up to everyone you meet, telling them to come on until further notice.
What? Squaring up like this? Come on!
Yes, that's just like that.
What at everybody I come across? Come on!
Yes, and everybody you come across.
Big and little? Come on!
Yes, big and little.
But they won't like it. Come on!
Not a bit.
They'll hit me back. Come on!
I hope so.
Oh, please don't make me so go on squaring everyone like this. Come on!
Must be done, Peter.
But there's a sergeant coming. Must I square him? He's 6 feet high. Come on!
That's unlucky, but it must be done.
I think I'll go. Come on!
I think you'd better.
Is the young man unwell?
Oh, he's quite well. He's practicing his boxing.
What for?
He says you flirt with Pipette, and he's going to give you a thrashing.
Now, now, my dear old lady, I'm going to beg a favor of you.
Go away, soldier chap. I hate soldier chaps. Do you know what effect a red coat has on me? It drives me mad.
You're not the only lady it affects that way. I have brought you a message from Mistress Martha. She wants you to go.
Go.
Go. Now come, old lady, be reasonable.
Go away, soldier. I hate soldiers. Go away.
I say, gently, old lady.
Go away, I say. You're a dissipated fellow to dare put your arms around unprotected women's waist. You wouldn't do it if my papa were here.
Confound it, madam, your stick hurts. Don't, madam, don't. Don't, I say.
As a punishment for your impertinence, you will be so good as to go on ducking and dodging and saying don't to everyone you meet until further notice.
What, like this? Don't!
Yes, like that.
But they'll think I'm afraid of them. Don't!
Should who?
But I'm not afraid of anyone. Don't!
No, you're the bravest man in the army.
I should lose my reputation. I should be branded as a coward. Don't!
Oh, if you please, Mistress Martha's compliments, and have you been successful?
No, she won't go. Don't!
I wasn't going to. Oh, if you please, what's the matter?
It's nothing. It'll pass off. Don't!
Wouldn't you like to lie down? I'm not going to hurt you.
No, my dear, I'm quite well. Don't!
It's your fun, I suppose?
Exactly. It's my fun. Don't!
He's showing you how he fought the enemy at Johannesburg.
No, my dear. I'm showing her how the enemy fought us. Now, this is the way they retreated. They don't!
What a strange young man.
He's truly very rude. He's a very rude young man.
Rude?
Yes, he put his arm around my waist.
Are you his mother?
No, my dear, I'm not.
Nor his aunt?
No.
Then I'll go tell his colonel and he'll be flogged.
I should like to see him flogged.
So should I. Oh my, what am I saying? Oh dear, I didn't mean that.
Well, my dear, and what do you want?
I want to ask you a great favor.
Yes?
You're such a dear old lady, and I'm sure you'll grant it.
Yes, I'm a pleasant old person.
Although you're past your prime, you've such bright eyes and such red cheeks and such a happy expression of countenance that you're prettier than many a young girl I know.
Yes, I'm attractive. Attractive, nothing more.
Oh, you're such a dear old lady, and I'm so fond of you. And you've made yourself so pleasant and so agreeable that what I want you to do is to do
Yes,
is to go.
go.
Go. You see, they don't appreciate you as much as I do. I think you're a dear old lady, perhaps the dearest old lady I ever saw, but they don't.
No, they don't.
No, I can't understand it, but it is so. Now I'm sure you're too proud, too noble, too high-spirited to remain here where you're not wanted. Aren't you? You dear, dear old lady. Oh, I declare I could kiss those cherry cheeks all day long.
All day long.
All day long.
Very good. You're telling me stories, my dear, and must be punished. As a punishment, you'll be so good as to go without offering to kiss and fondle everyone you meet until further notice.
What, like that? Kiss me.
Yes, like that.
But people will think it's so odd. Kiss me.
Yes, they'll be surprised at first.
But I say, gentlemen and all, kiss me.
Yes, gentlemen and all.
They won't like it.
Oh, no, they won't mind it.
I'm so shy. I can't look at gentlemen without blushing. Kiss me.
Oh, you'll get over your shyness after a year or two of that sort of thing.
Kiss me. Oh dear, I don't know what people will say. Kiss me.
They'll say you quiet ones are always the worst, and so you are.
Oh dear, here's that disgusting old wretch Boomblehart. I hate the sight of him. Kiss me.
Certainly, my dear. Mwah.
Dare you take such a liberty, you insolent old man? Kiss me.
Again? Oh, why, of course. Mwah.
Big old man. I'll tell my aunt and she'll turn you out of doors and you shall be hooted through the village. Kiss me.
Oh, thank you, but no more this morning.
Thank you, I'm sure. Oh, dear, what shall I do?
What a strange girl.
I'm a very strange girl.
Yeah, no, I was not referring to you. But I want a word with you. I want to make a bargain with you.
Well, get on.
Well, Mistress Martha has sent me to induce you to go. I don't want to do anything of the kind. I want you to stay. So if you'll fall in with my views, I'll do all I can to prevent their turning you out.
Well, what are your views?
Well, you have the wonderful gift of living without food.
Yes, I have that gift.
For the last 50 years, I've been trying to master that wonderful secret, but in vain. It's true, I've brought myself down to one hard-boiled egg and a teacup full of soup per diem, but I find even that a great drain on my resources. Now, if you teach me how to live comfortably, no, I don't say luxuriously, but comfortably on nothing at all, I'll give you... yes, I'll give you a guinea.
You'll give me a guinea.
Yes, half down and half by a bill at 6 months. Well, come, say a guinea down. There, look at it, a whole guinea. Weigh it, taste it. Look at the milling. Oh, it's a beautiful guinea.
You're a very mean old man, and you must be punished for it. You'll have the goodness to go on offering guineas from your long bag to everyone you meet until further notice.
What, like this? Allow me to offer you a guinea.
Thank you. Yes, like that.
To everyone I meet?
Yes, to everyone you meet.
Allow me to offer you a guinea.
With pleasure, Mr. Bumbleheart.
Oh, but people who know me will think I'm making them a present.
No doubt of it.
But I never make a present in my life.
It's high time you began.
Oh, are you going?
Yes, I have some charms to work.
I don't see them. Allow me to offer you a guinea.
Thank you. Don't go that way or you'll meet Peter. Now, to have a word or two with Mistress Martha.
Oh, here's a pretty state of things. Ruin stares me in the face.
I must see the old lady. I can't stand this any longer.
Allow me, sir, to offer you a guinea.
Yes, you're very good, but don't.
Oh, I can't help it, I must. An irresistible impulse compels me to keep on going like this. Allow me to offer you a guinea.
Yes, please understand. You're very good, but please understand that when I say don't, I don't mean don't. I mean don't, because an irresistible impulse compels me to say don't.
No, don't be frightened, young man. I'm not going to hurt you.
Don't.
Not for worlds.
I tell you, I say don't, in compliance with an irresistible impulse. It's a spell.
Dear me, this is extremely curious. A purely reflex action of the muscles of the neck and shoulders. Allow me to offer you a guinea.
Don't! I wish you'd go.
My dear sir, I may as well hand my guineas to you as to anybody else. And you amuse me very much. You make me laugh.
This fellow, how shall I get rid of him? Stop! Now here's Pipette. I'll have it. I'll back from Pipette on to him.
Here, I say, sir, look where you're coming to.
Thank heaven he's gone as last.
Kiss me.
Hey, don't!
I can't help it. Kiss me.
Don't!
Don't be angry, Sergeant, but it's an irresistible impulse. Kiss me.
I'm not angry. I like it. Don't!
Hello, Pippat. Kissing Sergeant Cluke. Come on.
Please, Peter, I can't help it. It's an irresistible impulse. Kiss me.
Come on.
Oh dear, they're going to fight about me. My character will be gone in no time.
Come on.
Don't!
Oh, please don't be angry, Sergeant, but I'm compelled to hit you. I'm acting under an irresistible impulse.
And don't you suppose I'm ducking and dodging because I'm afraid of you. I too am acting under an irresistible impulse.
Allow me to offer you a guinea.
Sir, I have the greatest pleasure in taking it.
Allow me to offer you a guinea.
A guinea? Thank you. Come on.
Pipette, allow me to offer you a guinea.
You're a disreputable old scamp. Kiss me.
Okay, go away. Get out of this.
What? Martha, what's the matter?
Don't be frightened, Sergeant. I don't mean it. I tried with my 3 servants just now to make the old lady go, and she compels us to turn everybody out of my inn until further notice. Why, I shall be ruined. Get out of this.
Allow me, ma'am, to offer you a guinea.
Certainly, thank you. Go away.
Another?
Thank you. Go away. Go away. Get out of this. Go away.
Kiss me.
Come on.
Oh, go away. Get out of this. Go away.
Allow me to offer you a guinea.
Go away. Go away.
Come on.
Get out of this. Go away.
Allow me to offer you a guinea.
Oh.
David?
We've lost David, I think.
Just when we need him to stop us all.
We're going to go on like this forever. Come on.
Don't!
Come on.
Guinea, anyone?
Kiss me.
Oh no.
I'm all right. I just wander around giving people guineas, you know. I don't even have to make it up. I just say the same bloody thing 15 times. You know? Have a guinea.
He's still on the,
Let's do it.
David, where is he? Oh, he's not here.
You just disappeared.
He's gone completely.
All right.
It's the wig. It's obviously got to.
No.
Yes, it's gone.
Well,
to
there
his
he is. No, he's
head.
back up again.
Somebody want to step into the old lady?
Let's do the finale.
Oh, yes.
Is David Brown there? Maybe he could jump in.
Is anyone there?
Yeah.
I'm calling David. I'm calling David right now.
Sarah. Hey,
I'll be
great.
an old lady. Tell me what page
Okay.
we're on.
There he is.
David.
There he is.
I'm sorry.
David's back.
We found her.
It totally shut down on me.
Yeah,
Where are we?
we're middle of page 38. And I've just said, surprise, surprise, allow me to
And
offer
I
you a
said
guinea.
no.
I'm
I
sorry,
just said both. Leia just said kiss me, and Drew just said come on.
I'm still not sure where we are.
We're at
What?
the stop.
Can we go back to where are we? I'm sorry,
How
folks.
about enter the old lady from the inn? They all rush to her.
Is that where we are?
Yes.
On page 38, that would do
Oh, okay.
nicely. I just say, allow me to offer you a guinea. And the old lady enters from the inn, and we all rush towards her.
Stop. I release you all. I can manage you separately, but altogether you're too much for me. The spell is removed.
Then you'll go?
Yes, I'll go.
Then you're not a coward.
The coward? No. And you don't want to kiss everybody.
Buddy, no. And you're not a brave man.
Brave man, no. And you don't want to turn everybody out of your inn?
Out of my inn? And you don't want to give everybody a guinea?
Give everybody a guinea? No, I'll be hanged if I do.
Go.
Go.
Go away, Mom. Go away,
away,
Mom.
Mom.
Go
Go
away,
away,
Mom.
man.
Good day.
Go away.
Defeated and ill-treated, I'm vindictive as you'll find. So prepare you, for to spare you, I'm not at all inclined.
Go away, man. Go away.
Go away.
Away,
Hey,
Mom.
Mom.
Go away,
Go
ma'am.
away, Mom.
Day.
Good
I
day.
Good
tell
day.
you that Peter, take the last section.
Oh, go away, ma'am. Good day, ma'am. You may start and depart. Quickly pray, make up your mind. Don't return, for we burn every witch that we can find.
And Kurt.
Ah.
Oh dear. I've been having a lot of trouble with my.
Bravo, everybody.
Bravo! That was delightful. That was so funny. It's like we had the Zoom fairy that kicked David out, so that you all had to keep repeating that almost endlessly. So that
The
was
Zoom gremlins.
We have to turn off the recording.
Yeah.
Actually, those who know about Zoom,